Hello, my name is Aiden, and this is my account with no shame. Hell yeah! Today, we're pumped because we are exploring Luna. If you don't know me, and you're unfamiliar with my channel, the Exploring series is my most popular series. I haven't done it in many years because I haven't been uploading, many being 2. Now you may also know, or not, that LOONA is my favorite K-pop group. We're putting both of those things together. This has never been done before, and I'll tell you why it's never been done. Because I was keeping up with everything LOONA was doing, and I was making videos on everything. So there was never enough stuff for me to make an exploring video on, which requires like 3 music videos. Now that I have taken a break for so gosh darn long, I actually have enough content to explore LOONA, which is awesome. So because of that, what we're going to be looking at today are their 3 most recent songs. We're also going to start with their member profiles. There's probably a good bit of stuff on there that I'm not aware of because, like I said, I've been gone for like 2 years. I have seen all of the music videos that we're going to be looking at today. It's not really supposed to be a reaction anyway. This is more of just like a LOONA appreciation video or an introduction if you haven't really seen them before. Okay, first things first, let's get into the member profile. So this is LOONA. There they are. There's 12 of them. Actually, there's only like 11 in that picture, so that's interesting. LOONA has 12 members, and the reason they have 12 members is because LOONA in Korean means girl of the month, which is cool. There's a girl for every month. Interestingly, month and moon are the same word in Korean, so girl of the moon is also a reasonable... I can't speak. Girl of the Moon is also a reasonable translation, which is cool because LOONA means moon. They debuted in 2018, but they had a very long pre-debut project where they were releasing a new member roughly monthly. They were trying to go for that, but it was a little bit wonky, which, you know, if you can do math, they started releasing members in the end of 2016. And mid-2018 they debuted. So, not exactly one a month, but they also had some subunits, so it's kind of... They have a good reason for having taken so long. Personally, I started following them, well, kind of from the beginning, to be honest. I found out about Heejin, like, days after she debuted, because I was just watching Kville Entertainment, which is a great YouTube channel. I haven't looked at anything they've done in a very long time, but that used to be the way that I would find new songs. So I've been following them since the very first member debuted. I became like a die-hard fan after about the 3rd, I would say, and from that point on, I have been a stan of LOONA. So here's the members. Finally, we are going to get to the actual content here. I believe all of these pictures are very recent for their upcoming Japanese thing. It's a song, presumably. So this is Hassel. She's the leader. She's also the leader of the subunit LOONA 1/3, which is the very first subunit, contained a third of them. Who'd have guessed? She's a vocalist and a rapper. She was born August 18th, 1997. It also has their MBTI. I love MBTI. I find it really interesting, but I'm not 100% sure that the tests that they're taking are 100% accurate, so I'm not exactly gonna like delve into all of those, but it's interesting to speculate. Hassel's designated color is green, which is cool because green is a good color. Approved by me. She is represented by a white bird, which is actually kind of funny because she's scared of birds. So I don't know why they did that to her, but that's kind of mean. Apparently her ears are a different shape from each other. She can speak English. I can actually attest to that because I went to the concert in Reading, Pennsylvania, the LOONA concert, specifically, where she was, of course, and she spoke, and it was in English. Taking a little bit of a roundabout way to get to these points, she can play both the guitar and the piano. Instruments are good. People will say like, oh, K-pop people, they just sing and dance. They don't do any instrumentation. She can. So how about that? That's one of them. Apparently, the reason why Hassel is terrified of birds is because she got scared by a pigeon when she was a little kid. That's very fair. That happens. To be honest, I'm scared of dogs. And I don't have any childhood trauma that I can remember, so that just is what it is, I guess. Hassel is also scared of water. That's probably like bodies of water, but I immediately thought like someone pouring a glass, and she's just like, I gotta get out of here. Hassel participated in YG's survival show Mix 9, but didn't make it because YG is a bitch. Hassel also had a really long hiatus of a year and 6 months, after which she returned, which is cool. That's what happens at the end of a hiatus, generally speaking. Hassel's ideal type is a guy who is like her father, which is cool and all, but I don't know what her father is like, and I presume you probably don't either, so this is not really much information, is it? That was just Hassel. We got 11 more to go. Next we got Vivi. She is the eldest member. Born December 9th, 1996. She is a vocalist and a rapper, and she is actually Chinese, so that's cool. So Vivi was born in Hong Kong. Her designated animal is a deer. Her designated color is pastel rose. Apparently her nicknames are BB Cream and Pia Pia. I've never heard either of those, but that's great. She's apparently one of the most flexible members. Vivi's shoe size is 225 Korean size and 35 Hong Kong size. So I guess when she moved to Korea, her feet just enlarged like 9 times the size. That must be what that means. Vivi practices her Korean a lot, and Hassel helps Vivi learn Korean the most out of the members. I remember at the very beginning, she seemed to be really struggling to, get sentences out. Kind of like me in English. Now look at her, she's fluent. Our next member is Eve. That's Y-V-E-S. It's pronounced Eve, not Ives. If you say Ives, fair. I get it. I see where that came from. It's French though. So that's why it sounds completely wrong. She is not French though. Her stage name is French. Her actual name is Soo-young. She's the leader of the subunit YY by Y, spelled YYXY. Before anybody pronounced it out loud on camera, I just called it Yixi, because I thought that was funny. Her birthday is May 24th, 1997. She is from Busan. Her designated color is burgundy, which is great. I love wearing that color. Is this burgundy? I don't know if it really is. Probably not. Her representative animal is a swan. She also has a representative fruit, and it's an apple. Eve was on her high school dance team, but had to keep this a secret from her mom. We got a rebel on our hands. That's kind of nice. Apparently Eve's mom runs a clothing shop and always plays Luna's songs to show off. She is close friends with Bella from Elris. Eve loves all carbonated drinks. Apparently the most precious things to Eve are her family, Luna, spicy rice cakes, and chicken feet. I like how it starts with like people and then it just immediately goes to food. Eve and actually Vivi too both used to be models. Next up we have Jinsol. Jinsol is great. For many years I had a fish named Jinsol, a blue betta fish. You can actually see my fish in some of my old videos if you would even want to watch some of my old videos. But Jinsol's very cool. For a while she was my bias, and she's still very high on my list. Not that I have like a list that I like update. If a random person were to just say, quick, name members that are good, Jinsol would be one of the first. I'd have to name 12 members. You know that. They're all good. I tried to flip that and it did not... Jeez, did you... I didn't do that on purpose. Oh, you know what's a fun idea for a video? Flipping a bottle every time they say flip that. That would be super popular in like 2016. So Jinsol is a rapper, vocalist, and visual. Born June 13th, 1997. Her designated color is blue. This says it's blue and black. I don't know if that's true. She's from Odd Eye Circle. I forgot to mention that. That is a subunit of Loona. Jinsol is represented by a blue betta fish, which you may have gathered if you didn't already know that, based on what I said. Yeah, actually, after watching her music video, I was like, these fish are cool, Loona is cool, I'm gonna get a betta fish. And I did the research, and I got a fish, and it was great. And I miss him, and I'm glad he's immortalized on this channel. She's apparently a former DSP entertainment trainee, which I didn't know that. She has dimples. Jinsol thinks her charm is her dumbness. She said that if she could be in another group, she'd love to be in Red Velvet. She studied piano for 9 years. That is cool. That's a long time. I have studied piano for 0. So that's, 9 more than me. Jinsol hopes that one day Loona will shine like the fireworks they saw in the US. Jinsol says she's the closest with Hyunjin and Choi. Jinsol's favorite colors are Indapink and blank. That's like the opposite of black. Her favorite colors are Indipink and black. I don't even know what Indipink is. It's probably indigo mixed with pink. In my brain, that just looks like indigo. Maybe like a pastel indigo. I don't know. Jinsol, if you're watching, let me know in the comments. What is Indipink? Jinsol's ideal type is a cute boy. Again, not that specific, but you know what? There are people out there that prefer not cute people. I guess that is a distinction worth making. Next we have Kimlip. She has a stage name. Her name is not really Lip. I know, shocking. But the probable reason for her stage name is her very unfortunate birth name of Kim Jong-un, which is exactly the same name as Kim Jong-un. It is spelled a bit differently in English, but it is not at all different in Korean. The only reason for the difference is because for some reason we Romanize North Korean stuff in a different way from the way we Romanize South Korean stuff. Kimlip is the leader of Odd Eye Circle. Just as an aside, the subunits of LOONA are LOONA 1/3, Odd Eye Circle, and YY by Y in that order. There are 4 in the first one, 3 in the second one, and 4 in the last one. And the reason they did that is because Yujin, who we will see last on this list, she was very young at the time she debuted, so they didn't want to put her in a subunit and take her away from school. She was born February 10th, 1999. She's like almost exactly a year older than me, because I'm February 26th, 2000. If you want the last 4 of my social security number, check the comments below. Kimlip is represented by an owl, and her designated color is red. Her music video is particularly cool. If you were following LOONA from the beginning, Kimlip's debut was like, what the hell happened? Because the first 5 were all, you know, kind of like cute, bright concepts, and this was very much like, it had a very different energy to it, but I highly recommend it. Hassel said that Kimlip was their girl crush member. That's actually a pretty good way of describing her music video. Kimlip wore a shirt that supports the LGBT community in her photo shoots. Hell yeah, that's a win. Apparently Kimlip talks a lot. She can play piano, guitar, and violin. You see how many people in this group can play instruments? Isn't that cool? I mean, they don't ever do it in any of the songs, but they can if they wanted to. Maybe someday, maybe they will. Who knows? Kimlip's ideal type is someone who eats well and is friendly to her. Eats well. Well, I am a bit of a picky eater. Not that I'm, like, eligible in any way. I eat perfectly fine, just not much of a variety. Here we have Chu. This picture is from Flip That, which is their last song. It's one that we're going to be looking at today. The reason being, I am guessing she's not participating in the Japanese release that is coming out. Presumably, because she hates the Japanese. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Chu probably loves the Japanese people. I need to stop. Chu is vocalist, rapper, and face of the group. I didn't realize she was face of the group. She's like an amazing singer. She was born October 20th, 1999, which would mean, if she was from the US, we'd be the same graduating class for high school. She has her own YouTube channel and an Instagram. I didn't know that. I have to follow them both. Holy crap. Can you believe I've been going this far throughout my life without following Chu on Instagram and YouTube? Perhaps you haven't either. Now you can. Now, Chu can do it, because that's the name of it. Chu's designated color is peach. Oh, actually, she is an ENFP. That is an MBTI assessment that I Aiden certify because I also thought so, and I'm just right. So another thing is Chu always kind of looks small, but she's 5'3", which is not that short. Her representative animal is a penguin. Fun fact, Chu is the 10th member to be revealed, so up until this point, every single member had an animal that I had seen like in my yard or in my house at some point. So, you know, rabbit, cat, fish, others. Technically, I don't think I've seen a swan in the vicinity. So yeah, I guess swan was really the one that broke the streak. But penguin definitely solidified it because I have never seen anything close to a penguin, you know, in my yard in New Jersey. Her representative fruit is strawberry, which is great because in her music video, she feeds strawberries to Eve. Chu apparently auditioned for JYP, but she didn't get in. Their loss. Chu is awesome. Honestly, in my opinion, I think the best singer in the group. You know, they're all pretty good, but Chu. Chu thinks her charming point is her bubbliness. I think she's probably right about that. She likes to eat shrimp sushi. Chu had a big fan base pre-debut due to her Instagram. So this Instagram has existed since before? Or is this a new one? It probably wouldn't be called Chu Can Do It, because I think the company gave her that name. Ah, she used to have an Instagram until she was confirmed as a LOONA member, then she deleted it. Okay, I really thought I missed it the entire time for a second there, and I was about to walk out the door that's over here into my yard and just die there. That's just fucking stupid. Pre-debut, Chu wrote her own song. Apparently her idol is Eve, which is really nice and really sweet, to be honest. Next up we've got Heejin, who is the very first member to debut. She's also the first member who is younger than me. Fun fact, I'm actually smack in the middle of their ages, which is kind of cool. I feel like in a sense, I sort of grew up with them. She is dancer, vocalist, rapper, visual, and center. She was born October 19th, 2000. Her designated color is bright pink. Her English name is Zoe, which for some reason that really fits. Among her nicknames here it mentions Hiki, which I actually have heard. That's the first nickname I think I've ever heard anyone actually say that's on any of these member profiles. Heejin can play the guitar, and her eyebrows are a little bit gray colored. Apparently she can twist her tongue from side to side. Cool. I don't even know how to picture that. Twisting. I guess rotating it? I'm sure there's a video of it somewhere. Yeah, Google it. Heejin twisting her tongue. Yeah, that's something we all want in our search history. Apparently she can speak Japanese, which I didn't know. She is also afraid of pigeons. Heejin lived in the countryside, so it took her 4 hours to get to the practice room in Seoul. 4 hours. That's 8 hours of travel a day, right? Because she has to get back. And then who even knows how much time she's spending there? And then school. How is she alive? Heejin has a doll that she really likes and brings everywhere. That's really nice. Heejin was a contestant in Mix 9. She did make the show. I don't know why Hassel didn't. She should've, but Mix 9 was garbage anyway, and so is YG. She actually made it to number 4 on the Mix 9 finale. So she would have debuted had not the male trainees won, and also YG actually debuted one of them instead of just using them all for clout. Next up we have Hyunjin, who is the second member to be revealed. Hyunjin was born November 15th, 2000. They're very close in age, these last two. They are just a month apart, and interestingly enough, Heejin debuted in October, which is her birth month. Hyunjin debuted in November, which is her birth month. So they both debuted at the exact same age. And I, being aware of this at the very beginning, kind of thought they were going to do that the whole way throughout the entire group. And I was like, that's crazy, the amount of dedication. But then Hassel, who is the third member, obviously completely different. She was, older than all of them. Hyunjin is a dancer, vocalist, visual, and rapper. So this is a fun thing. Her Myers-Briggs type, according to this, is ESFP, and her previous result was INTJ, which are complete opposites, as I'm sure you can gather from none of the letters being in common. I'm an INTJ. Let me tell you what I know about Hyunjin. Basically nothing, because I don't know anything about anybody, but my original theory was she's something with an NT. Because she's just that type of crazy. So, she's my bias, actually, but she is insane. But it's also very likely she's just a well-balanced person, capable of using all the different mental processes, and that's why she can't get a consistent result. Hyunjin is represented by a cat, and her designated color is yellow. I do love cats. Some of her nicknames are Breadjin, Meowjin, I can't. Hang on. And Kim Jinny. Breadjin and Meowjin really got me, though. Hyunjin has big arms and hands. She's good at sports. Her special talent is making dog noises. And she's pretty good at just making all sorts of animal sounds. She can also play the piano and loves bread. She loves it. She loves bread. Alright? And you can't stop her. Apparently she eats a lot. She can eat up to 3 bowls of rice. How big are these bowls? Hyunjin is not timid. She is outgoing. Hyunjin was also on Mix 9, and she ended on number 11. She dropped from number 3 to number 11 because the show's editing kind of made it look like she hated Heejin. Gotta love YG. I know I do. Her idol is bread! I'm not even going to acknowledge there's anything else in there. She picked bread as her idol. See, this is what I mean. She's unhinged. So next up we have Gowon, Go-won is a rapper, dancer, and vocalist born November 19th, 2000. That's my grandmother's birthday. Except, not in 2000. Obviously. Her designated color is Eden green. Her representative animal is a butterfly, and her representative fruit is a pineapple. Her idol is Gugudan's Sejong. That's really nice. I think Sejong is awesome. I was a big fan of Gugudan. Go-won's favorite K-pop group is Oh My Girl, which is great, because Oh My Girl was my first major K-pop obsession. Her hobbies are playing Nintendo, keeping a diary, and shopping for clothes and makeup. Very cool. Sounds like a good life. Go-won loves The Hunger Games. The book or the movie? Because I've seen neither. Go-won would love to have a comeback with a magical concept. Does Flip That count? Because I feel like that was a little bit magical. Next we have Chweri. Chweri's real name is Choi Yerim. Now here's my simplified instructions. You can say Cherry. That's fine, that's good enough. You can also say Chweri with like a little bit of a w sound in there, because that's, you know, I think just a little bit closer to the authentic pronunciation. The reason why, if you listen to someone pronouncing her name in Korean and you maybe can't hear the W, is because it's really soft. If you say Choeri, though, it's not a big deal, but it is wrong. Now, the reason why her name is Chweri and not just, you know, cherry without the O in there is because the first syllable of her stage name is actually her surname, Choi. Now, it's spelled C-H-O-I, so a lot of people will say Choi, but in Korean it's pronounced Choi. So definitely don't call her Choi-ri, because that is, it's about as incorrect as you can get, while feeling like you're probably more right than everyone else. She is a rapper, dancer, and vocalist, and she's born June 4th, 2001. Chweri's designated color is purple, and apparently also white. Again, I was unaware of this. Believe it or not, her representative fruit is a cherry, and her designated animal is a fruit bat. Yujin, the maknae, said that Chweri is the most cheerful LOONA member, which I believe. From what I have seen, she seems very cheerful. Chweri and Olivia Hay went to the same school. Hassel said that Chweri is beautiful, which that just warms my heart. This is perhaps even more ridiculous than Hassel being scared of birds. Chweri doesn't like cherries. Interesting. She likes spaghetti, bread, tteokbokki, and dakbal. Chweri prefers people call her by her real name rather than Chweri. Good news for anybody who's having trouble pronouncing the name. Her favorite color is pink. Purple's not that far off of pink. Almost makes up for the fact that she was nicknamed after a fruit she doesn't like. She wants to be known as Nation's little sister. So you heard it here first, folks. We're not calling her Chweri, we're not calling her Yerim, we're calling her Nation's little sister. Or we can just call her, like, Nate Lil Sis. Shut up. This is Olivia Hay, our next member. Her real name is Son Haeju. Alright, the reason why I said that the way that I did is because the other day, actually the other several days, I was trying to remember all of their surnames off the top of my head. And I could not, for the life of me, figure out Olivia Hay after days and days. Even now, I hadn't thought of it. I failed, ultimately. Son, I never would have guessed. She was born November 13th, 2001. She is the very last member to be revealed, which is very important to all of the LOONA lore. Her representative color is silver, which is interesting, because that's the only grayscale color we have encountered. Her representative animal is a wolf, which is very cool, because wolves are very cool. Believe it or not, none of the members had dog, which seems like a pretty obvious one, but wolf, that kind of makes up for that. Although, like I said, I'm scared of dogs anyway, so it kind of works out. Not like they would have been an actual dog. Her representative fruit is a blood plum. I actually didn't know that. That's interesting. I guess... You know what? I'm gonna try a blood plum sometime, and I'll report back to you and let you know. Was it a good fruit? Did it remind me of Olivia Hay? Are you ready for this? Olivia Hay was a trainee for 1 day. Of course, she was a trainee under a different company first, but just 1 day. Olivia Hay also prefers to be called by her real name. I suspect a lot of idols do, just because they didn't come up with the nickname. So I think that makes sense to keep in mind if you ever are at like a fan sign event or something where you're actually talking to them. If you're talking to other fans, then I don't really think it matters. Especially because fans who are not as deep into it might not know the real names. She likes the colors black, white, red, and gray. That's nice. She actually got a color she liked. Well, silver isn't gray, but it's just about as close as you can get. Apparently there's no food she doesn't like or can't eat. That's interesting. Would you like to try my rat soup? I'm just kidding. I made that up off the top of my head as a joke for a food that would be disgusting. Olivia Hay dislikes bubble tea. Did you not just say... I guess that is a drink. She said eat. And last but not least, we have Yujin. Yujin was born November 11th, 2002. She is a vocalist, rapper, and maknae. I think I completely skipped over Olivia Hay's roles, so she's a rapper, dancer, and vocalist. Anyway, back to Yujin. She is just 4'10" or 149 centimeters. If you use neither feet and inches nor centimeters, welcome to this planet, alien. That's short. Her designated color is orange, and she is represented by a frog. That's awesome. Orange, good color. Frogs, good animal. Her nicknames are Bean, Jin, and Aromi. A lot of people think Hassel and Yujin look like siblings, which is, I think that's cute. Yujin's specialty is lying down, sleeping, playing, and eating. I would love to specialize in those things. She dislikes eating beans. Too bad your nickname's Bean. Could be worse. Your name could be Cherry, and you might not like cherries. She likes to do nail art as a hobby. That's cool. Yujin and GWSN's LOONA both have a friendship ring and bracelet that Yujin bought. That's really nice. LOONA won Best Korean Act at the 2018 MTV Europe Music Awards, so Yujin is the youngest person to win an MTV award. That's insane! I'd never heard that before. If you want to look a little bit more closely at these member profiles, the link is in the description. For now, we are going to move on and head on over to the music videos. So the music videos I have prepared for you today are their 3 big music video releases that are the most recent. I highly recommend looking into some of the stuff that's also not in this video. I only can fit 3. First, we're going to be looking at Why Not, and then later we will look at Paint the Town and Flip That. I haven't seen this in a considerable amount of time. Right off the bat, just cool visuals. I really wonder where they went to film that. So this sort of chorus, pre-chorus type thing is pretty cool, because it's just sort of unexpected, you know? Vivi in the car, awesome. I like this part. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Having Heejin and Hyunjin there, great, classic Toojin moment. Don't kill her vibe, that's a no-no. Pretty great line. She had the eye crescent as a reference to odd eye circle, because that's a circle in the eye, I guess. There's a lot of cool dancing, and Eve does a lot of the cool dancing front and center, so props to Eve. I love the outfits, and also whatever the heck that set is, really cool. It's just so good. There's so much to say, and like I don't even know what to say. Really cool. Backwards footage is always a cool thing. I think I'm saying cool too much. Off she goes. It's just an all-around unique song, you know? I can't really think of any other K-pop that sounds quite like this. Oh, we just had visual evidence that LOONA is responsible for every hurricane that ever happened. That's a joke. Oh, how'd that happen? Crazy. I hate when that happens. Accidentally leaving one shoe and sock at the house. I think I may make more videos going a little bit more in depth, reviewing the music video and the choreography and everything for all of these songs. If that's something you want to see, let me know. But unfortunately, this video can only be so long, so I have to move on to Paint the Town, which is not unfortunate, because this is a good song. Ooh. So this is a reference to Kim Lip's debut. because that's the set that they use. Well, it's not a set, it's an actual location, but whatever. You get the idea. The white outfits are very cool. The contrast in the visuals. Go One looks very cool. It just is great watching these music videos because they're just so visually engaging. And here's Hustle. I believe this is when she first came back from her hiatus. Odd Eye Circle. Look at that. I like the choreography to this one too. I think I like Why Not's choreography a little bit more, but it's good. It's good. They're very cool. I love that. Most of that rap, if not all of it, was in English. And kind of broken English, but I love it. It's endearing. They have Eve front and center a lot between these last two things. Either that or I'm just noticing her more, which is good. She's a talented dancer. Oh, you just have a little black hole? Yeah, I think I'd also look at it that way if a black hole spawned in my hands. I really like their usage of planets and stuff for symbolism and just interesting visuals. Whoa, that kick. I didn't even notice that the first time I watched this. Okay, that part of the choreography, I'm actually a big fan of that. Very cool. And they had the all-white and the all-black outfits. I think it worked really well. And they have, I think, Hyunjin at the end of both of those last two music videos. There's definitely a lot of symbolism in their music videos, which is cool. That's something that I think is pretty unique about them, is how in-depth their whole universe is. Or Loonaverse. I didn't come up with that. That is the actual term. So now, we are gonna flip that. If you can see, totally different concept from the last two. It's a very versatile group. She dropped her lollipop. At least it still has the wrapper on it, so it's totally fine. You can still have it. They all look great. I love the bright colors. I think summery concepts are one of my favorites. Because it's just like, you can't feel sad watching this. You know? It's always a good time. Similar to Why Not, I think the chorus to this song is a little bit unexpected. Like, you expect something to hit a little bit more, or not necessarily more, but differently at least. And then it just kind of subverts your expectations. Yeojin. Who doesn't love Yeojin? I love Chori's surprised expression. Hustle is a really good vocalist. And Go On is also underrated. Just putting that out there. This part is so cool. I almost don't want to talk over it. It's a fun song. I like it. Super catchy. I'd be flipping that whether I want to or not. Because it's in my head. Here is your lollipop. Thank you. I'm just giving you the translation. Everything flipped and we start the journey through the free. And yeah, that's it. My battery on my computer is just about to die, so that's pretty perfect timing. It was really fun doing this. I am so happy I got to, but I really want to talk more about all of those songs. I want to actually pay attention and give a more in-depth analysis. It's not that I wasn't paying attention, but I want to pay even more attention. There's just so much to say, and so little time to say it. So I hope people will enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next video.